Hi everyone, you're welcome to Crafts TV Nigeria, and my name is T Crafts. Like I introduced myself in the first video, I told you guys we'll be having a lot of content on this channel. We'll be talking about a lot of hot topics, hot takes. We're having hot takes on different topics. Now, this topic today is something that transpired recently. If you've been online, you would have seen a story of Mr. Anozie, Olusegun Anozie, where Asherkhine bought some things at the shopping mall and told him he needed to convey those things, and later he disclosed to him that those things were for him, and he took those things to his family home. A lot of reactions came from that video when his wife popped up, and a lot of people were bashing her, like her body language wasn't so good, and so many things unfolded. Now, a couple of days back, there was a post by Mrs. Anozie, Tina Anozie. You can search her page out. She made a post and she used the hashtag single mom. So people now went at her. Why were you doing this while your husband was out there hustling to make money as much as driving a public downfall bus? Right? So there were so many reactions, and we had Agba on Twitter where he interviewed Mr. Olusegun Anozie about the whole scenario, and he later disclosed that they've been separated for going to 2 years now, a year plus. And what was the reason? He said he could not pay his rent, and the wife got tired and she borrowed money to go rent an apartment where she and her kids live. You would have noticed I'm not alone today. I have a beautiful family, beautiful friend that I have, Mr. and Mrs Kenvrin Mo. This is a Forex guru. It's all this money online. These are the people, husband and wife, doing the same thing. So I want to say thank you for coming, my brother, Mr. Kenvrin.
Super excited.
And this is Madam IBK Bukon, Mrs. Kenvrin Mo. She's camera shy, guys, so but just take her that way. So why I'm saying this, these are married couple. They've been married since 2018 up until now. So if we calculate that, that's like 6 years. Yeah. So they have some experience that they can share here. Remember, this channel is about entertainment and learning a couple of things. So I gave a brief of that story. And I don't want to be biased. I am a man, right? But we want to understand certain things from both perspectives of both a man and a woman. Now, you saw the video. My question is going to Mrs. IBK right now. You saw the video where Mr. Shegun brought all those things home. Taking the excerpt of that video, watching that video and properly analyzing it, my question goes to IBK. So I want to ask, you watched the video, what can you make of the reaction of the wife of Mr. Anozie from that video?
Okay, so thank you very much. What can I make of the reaction? You mean when
he brought those gifts to her?
Gift to her.
Yeah.
Well, maybe because I'm not really the type that these days we live in a world where people are so, will I use the word jobless, or some people are just too, they really want to find something, and if you're looking for something, you will definitely see something.
Okay.
At first, when I looked at the video, I really didn't see anything in the video, in a reaction, because anybody could react. You can't really judge people
based off of minutes.
Surprise, especially at that moment of surprise.
Okay.
Yes, I believe she was surprised. You can react in even a way you yourself, when you go back, when the video is played, you would wonder why was it really you that did that. So
there's nothing to her reaction.
Naturally, I would say I didn't see anything to her reaction.
Okay, my question is to you. On that particular case, now, an online influencer regarding relationships and all of that went ahead to have further conversations with the man, and he asked Mr. Anozie a couple of questions, and he found out that they had been separated for almost 2 years, and that was because he could not pay the rent for a year. Now, the woman raised money from her friends and moved out. As a man, at what point do you think you would, what would your be your reaction if a woman does that? What would be your reaction? How would you feel? Is that the right thing for the woman to do since the man can't keep up? Or what would be your reaction generally?
All right. First of all, I want to thank you for bringing me to your audience. Super excited to share what it is that I know.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to relationship, between two people, because a marriage is a relationship between two people, and every relationship has responsibilities. So every love is backed by the different responsibility we all bring in to hold what we call love or relationship. Now, if I go back, I don't know the detail of their separation or their marriage, their home, or what even everybody's saying about what they're saying right now. But what I can tell you is, before a relationship that has stayed over time, that there are kids, there was
16 years.
16 years.
Yes.
There was once love, there was once fire, there was once beauty. And for every beauty, the other side is ashes. So I can say a woman can go the length. I'm not just saying this to women. Or a person can go the length when they are broken or their expectation is dwindled. Like there is no more. Before I will go borrow money and go rent a house. You must picture it that if they were in love, that's what she will normally do for the man. But if she didn't do it, then there were some other things that are already
some underground things.
Yeah, they're already broken. And if we're looking at the situation right now, those things are not being said. You can't say all of a sudden the woman is the devil.
Okay.
You understand? There must be some certain things that it means they were broken before the separation.
Okay, very beautiful one. Now my next question goes to you. We all know that the major role of a man is to provide. At what point should it be a deal breaker for women in the home?
Should it be a
deal breaker? Yes. Like the husband has been providing and things are not responding as it used to. At what point should it be a deal breaker for the woman where she has to probably move out or do things on her own?
Well, I'm going to answer that question based on my personal opinion.
Okay.
I personally don't think there should be a deal breaker at any point, because in the first place, marriage is for better, for worse.
Okay.
So I do not think, my opinion, there should be a deal breaker, except there are things we do not know, like what my husband just said. Like probably there are some hidden things that's out there we do not know about. But if it's just because of providing, that truth is, life has its up and down. So marriage is for better, for worse, so there shouldn't be a deal breaker for me. But of course, except there are some hidden factors or hidden things that we do not know of, or that is probably life-threatening. Except that, but if it is just based on provision, I don't think, for me, there is no deal breaker.
Okay. So I'll come to you, Mr. Kenvrin. As a man, we know that what really makes us tick or makes us feel like a man is the fact that we can provide for our family, right? Now, at some point, whilst we are doing that and we are not able to meet up, how would you advise or suggest that a man holds his head up in the home when he cannot take the bills as he used to?
Okay, there are questions that have variables.
Yes.
There are no direct answers because there has to be the content that drives the answer. Different scenarios for different, reactions. If I am a man or I'm looking into a scenario where things used to be good, but it got into some point where it's not tough, that is very understandable when it comes to society, relationship, business. Sometimes are good, but sometimes are not. There are some unforeseen circumstances in life that will come and will go. Now, people react to when there is unavailability based on a level of consistency. So I'll take cases. I'm not just going to side on the side of men. There are men who you are growing a home, and let's say you start a home, you have children, you're having children, they're going to school, they're developing, you're having more children, and you're not changing your status of income. It is not by luck. You have to get to a point in time, you have to find ways to advance your income as your home responsibility increases. Because if you don't, you're punishing someone. You know, see, the scripture says that there's a part as a man, you have to. It's your responsibility. And when that responsibility is not happening, and you are not doing anything about it, this is what happens. People begin to bring your cases and they say, okay, there is bad, there is, why would this woman do this, or why would this man? No. A man ought to be responsible for the home. When it gets to a position where you are not responsible and there becomes a fault, you should societally take the responsibility. It's the fault of a man. I'm not going to be a man. And someone will say, okay, what if? See, the what if factor in life is very, very relative. If I plan well, I'm definitely going to get results based on my plans. But if it doesn't work, that's where it comes to understanding. I've gone through, you were here. You know, you've seen, we've told you about
how
different levels.
Yes.
When I started my, I was nothing before I got married to my wife. I was struggling. She finished school and she was working at some point. At the time I told her to come start working with me, I don't have anything yet, but she believed in what I was doing, that it was something that has a future. And I was a man with grit. I was very responsible. I was very involved. I was hardworking, and she came in. Look at what has happened over the years. It's been from one level. A woman can see a man that is working. And another thing is, what you do, you should actually factor it into what you spend. If it's not working out, make changes. That responsibility doesn't fall in a woman. It's not godly. It's not spiritually foundational. It falls in a man.
Okay, there's a point I want to bring up right now, since you're going this way. Now, there's what we call force majeures, and we all know what force majeures are. Unforeseen circumstances.
Okay, I'm just learning that. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, force majeure. See, we learn a lot of things here. So
I was about to ask.
no, force majeure.
We all know. I don't know. Everybody knows.
I used to think I'm a good scholar of English too.
Okay.
So force majeures are things that happen like unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah.
You didn't plan them. Now, the man was very responsible. From the get-go, he was taking responsibility. Now, it turns out that the woman had an upper hand because her own business or her own job picked up, and it was the source of income, major source of income. How would you explain that particular situation? What will he do? Will he kill himself? Now, this man in question, Mr. Anozie, had gone out of his way, leaving his regular job, being maybe a banker or something, to driving a bus that he earns money up to 35,000 in that video every day just to make ends meet. But would you say that man is not being responsible?
Okay, so if we have to now bring it to the context of Mr. Anozie, like I said, there are so many volumes that I silent. Everything regarding the relationship is just being we are just seeing a version of it. We don't really know the depth of things.
Yeah.
But if you are saying it in the context of the man was doing fine, okay, but the woman got established and did better. See, I'll say this. It is the dream of every man that when they establish their wives or a woman, they should do better. It encourages them.
It's relative, but continue.
Yeah, it's relative. So they should do better. As long as I don't know how people see a woman, but if today, no matter what my wife does, her money is my money. My money is her money.
I was going to ask her that question, but I'm coming. I have two big questions for her.
I'll say
she just played her truth. So let's pause you there.
Okay. My money is her money. Okay, her money is her money. Okay, let's leave it like that. Their money is always their money, But the joy in it is, whether she's successful or she's doing better than me, the responsibility of the home is my responsibility. Let her be very big, but I should make sure my dignity will not be taken away from me. If the only time my dignity will be taken away from me if I fail to be responsible.
Good. For what? There's this statement that he almost knocked off my head. I was trying to hold on to it. This is not rehearsed. It's straight up. There's this saying. There's this saying. Hold on. There's this saying that. Jesus. Jesus. Very strong statement. There's this saying that when a man makes money, he thinks of taking care of his wife. And when a woman makes money, she thinks she doesn't need a man. Viewers, I hope I'm hitting the nail on the head. This is a statement that is very, very rampant out there. What do you have to say about that?
When a man makes money,
when a man makes more money, he thinks of taking care of his wife more. When a woman makes more money, she starts thinking she doesn't need the man.
Well, that question, are you asking like, what do I think?
Yes, as a woman.
That question is relative, and I think it's a personal thing. It's a personal
thing. This one is not a personal thing. What we see out there. See, let me paint it into a right scenario. All of a sudden, Mrs. X isn't making so much money, right? While she was married. And Mr. X has been making money taking care of the home. He makes more money. He wants to let his wife live the luxury and all of that. Now, Mr. X's income stays constant, right? Now, Mrs. X's income increases, triples, or doubles. The disrespect sets in.
I think I get the question.
Yes.
Well, maybe
but I actually wanted a woman to react on it. Maybe she's not really wearing that situation well. Now she starts making way more money that she's feeling bigger.
Are they married? In this
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are married in this thing. She starts making way more money. Not that the man is not responsible now. Okay. He's responsible, but she starts making way more money. What?
So the woman thinks
it's a statement. When a man makes money, he thinks of taking care of his wife. When a woman makes more money, she thinks she doesn't need a man anymore.
That question is relative. It's personal.
Okay.
Everybody.
Let me allow him
answer.
If
I'm to answer my own opinion, my own personal opinion is that's not a right thought.
Okay.
That's what my answer would be. It's not the right thought.
Okay.
Coming to human psychology, the nature of a person is it can be defined by when they have like they say, money is an amplifier of attitude.
Yes. Okay.
You know, the true nature of a person
comes out when he has money.
When they have money. So it all comes back to the person in real sense. You know, you see many homes today because you mentioned
we'll go for water break.
you mentioned in respect to marriage.
Yeah.
If there is a home while the man was doing fine, if I'm bringing to the statement, the man was doing fine and is doing good, and all of a sudden there is a gap, an increase in the income of the woman, and all of a sudden she feels she doesn't need a man, then I'd say the foundation for that home was already wrong. So it all comes back to the foundation of every relationship. If money is a yardstick to love, happiness, joy in a home, then the foundation is wrong. Money is a tool that is used. Money does not define. If money defines you,
my speaker, what does that?
Yeah. So it all comes back to the foundation. If the foundation is wrong, money will bring out the things that is.
You gotta love this man. So this thing he was saying now, I want you to say it in the right way. His money is you people's money, and your money is.
Well,
say it because you were disagreeing.
Say a woman's money is our money in our society.
Hey.
But his money is for both of us. It's our money. My money is my money until it is needed by him. Okay, I'll use that word.
Yeah,
So when it's needed and he collects it,
Until it's
is it
needed.
borrow or dash?
Not collect, it's borrow.
but the Anozie cannot change in women. If the earlier the wisdom of a man is to accept
lend.
that nature of a woman.
You will be lended.
But you're using out of that same money.
You will be lended when he needs it. But it's my money.
But that same money is using to also take care of you.
It's still lend. It's still part of it. That's
cannot borrow
that's
money.
actually the fun part of it.
When I give her money, it is give. But when she gives me,
It's borrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
That's the
now
fun
now
part
let
of
me give you
being-
final question.
Hello, that's the fun part of being married. So please.
I love it. I'm used to it.
Let me give you a final question. This borrowed and lend money, I have a personal rule right from while I was dating, even before I got married. Yeah, when you collect money from a woman, when you say borrow me,
Interest comes with it, though.
not that, endeavor to pay it.
Yeah, you must.
I concur.
Endeavor to pay. See to the last part of this world that you pay that money.
Because if you don't,
Yes, my own question is it possible to pay up all the monies that your wife, you guys have married for 6 years. You can't tell me that there's no time you borrowed money that you did not pay her.
okay. So let me say it this way.
That's that question.
Okay, and now she wants to
Let
talk.
me say
No, she's a shy person.
I know.
No.
If-
Ladies first.
No, after I answer, she will still say this. That's why I need
So
to
that she will not forget that her real answer.
No,
wants
she
to
will
give.
never forget.
Okay.
So this
I will
is
never forget.
So this
Because-
is it. It is impossible, logically impossible,
Okay.
to pay a borrowed debt monetarily. You understand? So even if you pay, you still owe the interest.
Okay.
Do you understand? And the interest is reoccurring interest.
Okay.
So I'm just saying in the light of but it will be worse to be bad to owe
And not pay at all.
and not pay. Now this is the mistake we make sometimes. I do. So let's say she gives me 100K to do something, and I get money, and I go spend 1 million on her,
You are supposed to return that 100K first.
and I have not returned that 100K, and I assume because I have spent
this one.
1 million, she has forgotten. I'll cry tomorrow because why? When she will remind me,
You'll be like,
I will say, wait.
and they never
I
forget.
just spent 1 million and you're still telling me I'll be heartbroken.
Oh, that
Now
was a borrowed
answer the thing.
Hello, that was a borrowed money. It was a transaction. You needed to go. You need to complete that. It was an
Yeah,
it's
that's
an
why
open
it's bad not
transaction
to
that has
pay.
not been closed.
You'll
So
be
that
heartbroken not
transaction
to
needs to
pay.
be closed before. You can't use another transaction to close that transaction.
Yeah, can never forget.
Well, it's this part of this whole part of borrowing, lending. I really enjoy it. You see that when it comes to that, my mouth was open because it's so interesting. It's fun. Well, if you do not understand yourself, it might not be interesting and fun for you. But maybe because I understand my husband and he understands me, we know how to. Sometimes I even use it to tease him, So if he borrows my money, he has to pay me back.
And I cannot finish paying.
What he gave a scenario of 100K. He wants to spend 1 million. Won't you remind him? First of all, pay that 100K so that you won't say. You will not
No,
remind
she
him.
won't.
You will not remind
Why?
him.
How?
I will gladly collect.
Even bank send us
spend it.
SMS.
No, I
Please
don't
be
need to-
reminded that
I
you're
don't need to
owing.
It's after I
remind
spend
him.
1
After he has
million.
done that,
then she
then
will not
maybe
ask.
something comes or something, and I would ask him because I know, this guy is boxed up this period. Let me ask him for my 10K that he was owing me, that he's owing me.
All right, guys. I'm very sure that you'll be seeing this couple again when another story that has to do with couples come up. She's the shy type, but I'm going to make her speak a lot more. She has so many things to say, but she's coming up gradually. So we'll give her that. He is a profound speaker. You will see it, you will hear it. I hope you guys picked 1 or 2 lessons here. We all learn from ourselves. We learned the word force majeure today. Put it to great use.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
We all learned something today. My name is T Craft, and this is Crafts TV Nigeria. Please like, share, and subscribe. Help us, support us in all that we're doing. So, from the Mo's, want to say bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.